Hello, Team Easy Dating. I'm Mike Goldstein of EasyDatingCoach.com. Welcome to the channel. Today's topic is how to make a man crave you. And the reason that I love this topic is because craving is a guy like just showing up and consistently showing up and just wanting to be around you, wanting to be near you. And like craving a woman is what causes relationships, which causes marriage. Because if he sees you in that high of a light, then he's swearing off the whole other female population. He just wants to be around you. Like, why be with that woman when he could be with this amazing woman that he craves because you bring something special to the table? So I want to tell you I want to tell you a story to illustrate something I've done that would make a woman crave me and then that you could replicate and do in your life. And so the big overarching principle is vulnerability. But let me tell you a story. So I had this relationship with a woman. I think we were dating about a year, right? So we're dating a year. And it was a pretty somewhat surface level relationship in the sense that like we had a ton of fun together. You know, we'd go to restaurants, we'd drink together, whatever we would do. It was fun. We played soccer, whatever. It was a good relationship. We enjoyed each other. But we never really truly got to the deep down what was going on with each other. This was probably like 5 or 6 years ago. Anyway, we never had those conversations of like, what do you truly crave? What do you truly want? What do you want out of life? Like, what are your deepest secrets? What's your biggest fears? What makes you want to cry at night? What makes you smile? Like, just really getting to the heat of it. Anyway, one night, and I always projected that I was like super happy with my life, and for the most part I was. But it all came tumbling down one night where I just couldn't hide it anymore. I couldn't smile. It was just a rough day. She came over and I couldn't stop crying. I was crying my eyes out. And she, of course, wanted to be there for me. You know, we were in partnership. And, you know, she'd never seen this out of me. Out of the year we've dated, she probably hadn't seen me cry. And I'm just, just bawling. And, you know, I didn't want to tell her what was wrong. Because I felt like I had to be masculine. And I had to be strong. And, you know, men don't cry and men don't have problems. We just bottle them up and we get things done. But, you know, that was my thought process at that time, which was very limiting and was not serving me. So eventually she said, tell me what's wrong. And I finally just had to tell her, like, I was in no place to keep being strong and protecting her from, you know, the things that I deal with. It was time. So I told her, and at this point I had, just started my company. I was like, quit my job, started the company, and I wasn't bringing in that much revenue at that point. And, you know, I just felt like, what is the purpose of this life? Like, why am I doing this? And I just felt like a failure. Like, I couldn't be the man that she needed, the man that would, you know, provide her a house, be able to take care of children and pay for all that and pay for college and pay for diapers and just all these things. They were just all landing on me like I needed to provide for this. And in that moment, you know, I wasn't there and I felt like a failure and that I wasn't able to truly be what she needed. And of course she comforted me and said, you know, we'll be fine. And, you know, you just started this company. It's going to grow. It's the early goes. It's the early days. And you provide so much to me. Like, you are such an amazing man, and you provide, you know, someone that listens to me. You provide great dates, and you make me feel so special, and we have fun together. You make me smile, and all these things. And eventually, you know, I appreciated her listening, and I appreciate her giving me all these compliments, and it brought us a lot closer, because now I knew that it was safe to tell her some of my fears. And it's okay to not be smiling and not be bubbly in that day. It was okay to be vulnerable and open up to her and tell her, hey, you know, not everything's okay all the time. And I knew she had my back now. And it really brought us together. So the reason I bring this up on how to make a man crave you is at the right time and when he earns it. You know, you're not maybe doing this on date one, day two. I mean, you can be vulnerable in the sense of like what you're looking for. Like it's, you know, a little courageous to say on date one, date two, like, hey, I'm looking for a life partnership or whatever you're looking for. Or, you know, so like some vulnerability, but you're not giving him the whole meat and potatoes. But then when he does earn it, it's showing your fears. And it's so sexy when a woman is comfortable to state what's going on and really going on. Not that surface level like, hey, my boss was a dick today. I'm talking about what's really happening, your fears, like what's happening, you know, your what you want out of life, like really digging deep and saying what you need and what you want or what's wrong. And a man loves this because now he's like, I want to be there for you. I want to help you. And it's so, and vulnerability and confidence are synonymous, right? So when you're vulnerable, that shows that you're confident, that you feel safe to be yourself and you feel safe in your skin. So to make a man crave you is to be vulnerable. Because when you show that vulnerability, he can do nothing but just want to like embrace you and give and cheer you up and just be there for you. So I'm not saying do this in the early stages, but once you get a little later, like figure out how you can be vulnerable in each stages of the dating process. So early on, you're going to be vulnerable, like to say what you want and what you need for partnership. But then as you go throughout dating and towards relationship, then you're going to be vulnerable in terms of like your life. And it's just going to bring him so close. And he's going to want to be a part of it. He's going to want to go on the journey with you to start making these things better. Does that make sense? So if this was helpful, do me a favor, hit like, hit share. And let's make men crave you. Let's be vulnerable. Let's do it. Let's just put it out there. And the first time you do it, it's going to be scary. It will be. But if a man accepts you, then it becomes easier and easier. And soon you're going to be having these very high level, great conversations with a partner that's so close to you and it's so connected to you. And it's going to be beautiful. Yes. Let's get people together. All right. I love you. I'm going to put some more videos up there and up there. Keep watching. We got more to do. Give me a comment if you like this. Let me know. I'm words of appreciation, love language wise. I love getting words of affirmation. Anyway, love you. More videos up there. Doot, doot. See ya.